Hey besties, Monica Ferguson here and welcome to World Domination. This is a safe space for absolute legends who are bold enough and brave enough to go within, to recreate their belief system, to aim high, to chase their wildest dreams and become everything that they are destined to be. This is a space for people who are serious about growth, about healing. We talk about all things mind, body, spirit, and we have the courage to go further than most people even dare to dream. Welcome, let's get into it. Hey besties, Monica Ferguson here and welcome back. It has been a hot minute and it feels so good to be back recording, connecting with you guys, sharing the inspiration that's come up. I took a bit of a break and I wasn't actually planning on it, but I had just my own life to sort out. For those of you who follow me online, you'll know that I have 2 cats and I had massive dramas. One of them got diagnosed with kidney disease and the other one had like massive dental care and this surgery, and it's just been chaos getting them integrated back into the house and then a million other things. But I'm here, I'm focused, I'm so excited to be back. And last night I was having a chat in the DMs with someone about imposter syndrome, and it set off these alarm bells in my head because I was like, you know what, we need to talk about this. Like, imposter syndrome is such a good topic because you know what? Every single one of us can relate. And now that I have spent, so many years learning so much about the subconscious mind and applying it and walking with people through their transformation, through overcoming their self-worth problems and their fears of not being enough and the resistance that happens in our body when we're trying to become a bigger, more expanded version of us, right? I feel like I have so much more insight into this. I remember right at the start of this podcast, 4 years ago, I had someone come on to speak about it, and I feel like we can just go a lot deeper now, because that's the whole point. We want actual change, right? Not surface level feel good stuff that lasts for 10 minutes, and then we can actually change things. So let's get into it. Imposter syndrome. Now, do you know, I actually sat with myself before this episode and reflected on my own imposter syndrome and really had a look at how much it's impacted me, how I've moved through it, how I've let it stop me, all of that stuff. And one of the biggest things that I'm really pushing myself to do now is be way more honest. And I know you guys might think that I am honest. I get a lot of comments from you being like, oh, you're so, authentic, real, da-da-da-da. I could be way more. I could be way more. Because there's still sometimes that voice that comes up within me that's like, it's too much, it's too intense, it's too scary, you're too emotional, da-da-da-da. But the truth is that is the process, right? Imposter syndrome has crippled me for years. Do not let this fool you. I'm at a point now where I'm able to separate what I think from what I feel. And I'm conscious enough to be able to understand the patterns and the cycles that have been running under the surface, and to understand that they're just old fear, old feelings, the old version of me that's trying to pull me back to where it feels safer, right? And this is what I want to get into as my first point when it comes to imposter syndrome, is this: feelings versus facts, and letting the old fear and the feelings move out. Okay, so here's the biggest thing that I see with, that I've experienced within myself and with everyone that I've worked alongside, is that what happens is these really gross, horrible, painful fears and feelings come up, right? The ones that we talk about all the time, the ones that say, hey, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, everyone is better than you, what do you have to offer? So what happens, right, is that your higher self, that divine guidance, the little God download drops in and it says, hey, you're meant for more, right? And you know it, you feel it in your gut. More love, more money, more impact, more happiness. You know it. You're meant to write the book. You're meant to start the business. You're meant to leave that relationship because there's something better for you. Whatever it is, you already know. And my work when I'm walking with you guys is never to tell you this. It's to help you really claim what you already know, right? Because you're already a genius of your own life. You're in your head, in your body 24/7, right? So what happens is those old feelings kick in and they convince us that they're real. And because to our nervous system, it feels real, right? This is why healing is so important, because you might have had something traumatic happen to you when you were 5 years old. But until you've actually closed the loop, like you've actually healed that wound and taught your body that you're safe now, your body is going to act and move as if it is still in danger, even if you're 50 years old. So it's not about digging the past up, but it's about closing the loop. And this is why we really want to become so aware of our subconscious patterns. And I just want to remind everyone here that it's subconscious. It's 95% of our mind is subconscious. It's outside of our conscious awareness. I still, almost on the daily basis, have some sort of epiphany during my meditation, during my mindset time, where I'm like, holy shit, man, I had no idea that was there. Or holy shit, that breakup from 4 years ago is literally impacting me right now today because it's made me feel scared, right? Or whatever it is. It's like some like epiphany moment will happen. And it's because our nervous system is like our best friend, right? It's trying to protect us all the time. And so it remembers everything. The things that you consciously have forgotten, your nervous system, your body, it remembers everything. Every single moment, every time you got hurt, every time you were disappointed, every time things didn't work out, every cruel insult or mean thing that happened to you, every time you were afraid, your body remembers because it's trying to keep you safe. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to hold on to all this stuff and then we will never get hurt like this again, right? But of course, the holding on to it prevents the good from getting in. So your body thinks, cool, if I don't let anyone close to me, I'll never get hurt again. But then they're not letting people close to you hurts you, right? So what we have to do is we have to heal the wound that says, hey, it's not safe to let people close to me. And this is the work, right? Now, if we're thinking about imposter syndrome, now this could be in relation to, let's say, work or starting a business or being in a relationship. Relationships are the most triggering thing because it's vulnerable, it's deep, it's intimate, it is your mirror, right? It's going to show you exactly where you're at. And so much of these things don't get triggered until you get into the ring, right? You can be doing all the work, like me, years working on yourself from the comfort of your home with your cats. And you think, oh, I've got this. I'm so self-aware. And then boom, you meet someone who's amazing and all the stuff that was unconscious comes up. And that stuff was always there. It's just that it wasn't getting triggered. And so many people do this, right? They avoid anything that will trigger them. And then they think, oh yeah, I'm so peaceful. It's like you're literally just avoidant AF. Like you are avoiding everything. You're actually a fucking coward. And by the way, this podcast is not on the radio anymore. So I am going to swear. So, not sorry. That was pretty good. I got quite far, you guys, without saying a swear word. But anyway, so backstory, the radio, basically I started getting censored a little bit on what I was allowed to talk about. And for me, like I say, telling the truth and especially around healing and authentic and, things that have happened to me, that matters to me. I'm not going to come on here and censor myself. So I basically said, okay, cool. Thanks for everything, but we're done. So this is the only spot you guys can hear me now is, World Domination Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. That's another story for another day. But anyway, this is the thing, right? Things are going to get triggered. So in the context of relationships, things are going to get triggered. In the context of business, you decide, You know, that gut instinct, that knowing within you where you're like, I'm here for more. I'm just going to start the business. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I believe in myself enough. I'm just going to do it. And so you start it, and then every unconscious part of you that has been trying to keep you safe is going to come up. That's imposter syndrome, baby. That's, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? Oh my God, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not successful enough. I don't have enough to offer. I'm not smart enough. Look at all these other people that are so much better than me. Everyone else is so confident. What if I fail? What if I succeed? What if I run out of money? What if I end up living under a bridge? What if my family are right about me and they watch me fail and it confirms my deepest fear that I am not good enough? Sound familiar? No? This is the inside voice of all of us, right? And when we start taking big steps and making big moves, that is what forces it to the surface. So imposter syndrome is not that you're actually an imposter. It's that your body has held on to stories and fears and beliefs your entire life in an attempt to keep you safe. If you're feeling imposter syndrome, it means you're actually doing something out of your comfort zone, which is amazing. And so here's the thing. You wouldn't have the desire, the calling, if it wasn't for you. So this is how I really talk to myself when I'm moving through big fear. Like when I have those big moments of like, what a fraud. Like where I feel like a fraud, where I feel like I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, I haven't done enough, da-da-da-da, all that crap, right? How do I continue to show up when that happens? And firstly, I remind myself that it's just a feeling, it's not the truth. Because firstly, I simply wouldn't have this desire, and I would not have fought for it for so many years, to impact people, to empower people, to coach people, to help people get out of the dark and into their own power, to activate the heart-led people so that we're creating this ripple effect. I would not have that desire if it wasn't meant for me. And there have been a million times when I've thought, why am I getting back up again? But I can't stop. I cannot stop. I just keep getting up, right? And it's like, because this is meant for me. This is so much bigger than me. And it's your dream, your goal, that thing that you want. It's bigger than you. You desire it for a reason. By the way, this is my cat. She's got a vet visit today. So she's had some special medicine and she's very needy and like cuddly and climbing all over the computer. So you might hear her. Anyway, so yeah, this is the thing, right? You wouldn't have that desire unless it was for you. And your body, now that you remember, right? Your body is designed, it's trying to keep you safe. And what's safe is the familiar. Even if the familiar wasn't safe, right? Your mind is like, but it's known, right? So it is safer. And that we know what to do. We know how to exist as this version of us. So as you have stepped up, all the things come up. The unsafety, the fear, the not being good enough, all these things are going to come up. And you need to remind yourself maybe 1,000,000 times a day in the beginning, this is a feeling, this is not the truth. And it's going to feel real to you because your nervous system is going to act as if it's real. Anyone knows coming out of fight or flight is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, because you're sitting there and your heart is racing and you're in panic mode, hypervigilance, anxiety. That feels real. To the body, that feels real. It's not actually happening now. It's my body responding to something in the past that it wasn't able to process at the time because it was not safe, right? So this is such a mind game. To be able to hold ourselves in the present moment, allow our body to feel and move through whatever is coming up, because it needs to close the loop, right? And once it's closed the loop, once it's felt the fear or the nausea or the anger or whatever it is that's coming up for you, or the grief, once you've allowed your body to actually feel it and release it, it is gone from your body. It is no longer holding on to it. It's closed the loop. And this is so often what happens, right? Is that we've had all of these experiences that deeply hurt us, wounded us, hurt us, and we then suppress. We don't want to It's too painful, it's too hard, it's too scary, so we don't deal with it, which means that the loop that was open never got to resolve. It never got to close. And we have to close it, or else our body is going to react like that for the rest of our lives. And we can't just positive think it away, right? It's in the body. The body keeps the score. You have to feel. You have to cry. You have to release your rage. You have to be so in tune with your body and what you feel and what you most need, right? This is one of my favorite questions to say to people. What do you most need right now in any given moment? And that first thing that comes to you, that's the thing. Even if it seems illogical, it might be that you need to go take a nap. It might be that you need to take the day off in the middle of the week and go to the movies, right? Your body, your nervous system knows what you need. It might be go have a bath. It might be the opposite. It might be you need to go into a big sweaty workout. You need to go to a rage room and smash stuff. You need to, whatever. You need to book in with me and actually be supported to work through this stuff. Like, whatever it is, just do it. Because you are the genius, right? And I think, do you know what? I actually really want you guys to hear this. Like, you are the expert of your own life. Trust your own intuition. Trust your gut. You already know everything. It's not that you need to know. It's that you need the courage to act on what you know. Right? And this is what happens, right? So when people decide, yeah, I'm going to do this, that's when the imposter syndrome kicks in. That's the fear. And it's not that you're an imposter. It's that your body is literally trying to keep you safe and alive. That is it. Even if it feels like, no, this is the end of the world, I'm never going to survive this moment, you will. As long as you can hold yourself and let these things move through you, right? You will. You will absolutely get through it. But while you're in it, it's going to be awful. And I say this not to scare you, but to prepare you. Because I do not feel like I was ever prepared for this. And especially for those of you with big stuff to work through. You know, I had complex PTSD. So my entire nervous system, my entire world was built on survival. And actually, this is probably what's led me into this line of work as well. It's what has made me very good at understanding people and reading people, is that I learned how to do it in order to survive when I was a little kid, right? The slight tone in someone's voice meant something terrible was going to happen. And so my entire life and body was built around keeping me safe and alive. And the strategies that my body took on made me extremely unhappy because it kept everyone out. It kept me hidden and alone. It kept me feeling unlovable, unworthy, unsafe, barely surviving. But to my body, it felt like, but you're safe. You're hidden. Yeah, you don't have all these things that you want, but you're safe at least. And so this is the dance, right? Of being like, yeah, but I'm here for more. I want more. I didn't come here to just suffer and barely survive and pay bills and die. Are you serious? Like, that is not my life. That is not what I came here for. And I knew I was here for so much more. And so this is the dance, right? The knowing, the deciding, I'm doing it. I'm taking action. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward in terms of being brave in relationships, opening up even though I'm terrified. I'm opening up, I built a business, and I'm building more and more things. Right now I'm expanding my online store, Trailblazer, because it's like it didn't reflect the current version of me. So we're doing an entire revamp 2.0. It's so fun. It's like sassy and fun and all these beautiful things to help people. Like, it's so much fun to design. So it's like all of these things. I've got so many other projects on the go, which I will share in due time. But it's this dance, right? Between you take the action, you show up as the new version of you, and then your body goes, oh, yuck. Is this safe? Is this safe? Is this safe? And it hits you with things that it knows is going to pull you back. Like, hey, you're not good enough. You don't know enough. You don't have enough. You're not successful enough. Why would anyone listen to you? It hits you with your deepest fears, your deepest wounds, because it's actually trying to keep you safe. But as we know, the safety is actually in the next level. The safety is in a life that's abundant. That where we're surrounded by people who love us and see us, who are conscious, who communicate, who have empathy, right? Settling where we are is not safe. It's actually not safe at all. But it's the body, right? The body's old school. It's negative. So what we want to do is be brave. Courage first, then confidence. And this is the thing, right? If you know this is what's going to happen, and we talk about this all the time, but in the context of imposter syndrome, it's no different. If you know that, if you say yes to starting the course, to starting the business, to entering the new relationship, to choosing to lean in instead of running away, you do the scary thing, right? You're not going to feel confident at first. You're probably going to shit yourself, let's be honest. Maybe literally even. I've actually seen that happen before. Because your body will just be like, whoa, what's happening? Okay, this is overwhelming. And so we're not just going to leave ourselves hanging, right? We're not just going to leave ourselves in this panicked, freaked out state. We're going to introduce some tools that are going to help. But it is so important that you understand that process of when you decide you're going to level up, everything in your body that's not in alignment, the fears, the doubts, the limits, it's all going to come up and it's going to try to pull you back to where it feels safer. This is not true though. Anything that comes up, it's not true. It's a feeling, so it gets to be validated and honored and released, but it is not the truth. And this is so important because like I say, it's going to feel true in the moment. And if you're actually going to be successful, you need to be able to discern the difference between truth and a feeling. This will make all the difference because when you know, oh, yuck, it feels so gross, it feels so scary, I feel sick to my stomach, but I know this is just a feeling and so I'm going to let it move through me and release. That's when you close the loop. That's when you level up. It's not from making a vision board. It's not from just thinking positive thoughts all the time. You have to literally train your body and teach your body that it is safe now. How are you going to do that? Experience. You have to actually do the thing, and then when you don't die, your body starts to build evidence, right? Like, it's actually safe, and I did that scary thing and something good happened. And you know what happens? You're going to have to do this over and over again until eventually it just clicks. But while you're transitioning, it's going to be uncomfortable. And so this is where we bring in our tools, right? Now, the first thing I want to reiterate is I want you to trust yourselves. Before you even come to my advice, go within. Ask yourself, what do I most need right now? Because when we're moving old energy or pain or grief out, every single time it's going to be different, right? There are days that I've just been an absolute potato in the couch, curled up, like so sad, so full of grief, just like watching sad movies and crying my eyes out, right? Okay. And then there are other days when I've gone boxing or I've gone outside to be in nature or to work out, or I'll just be like, I need to go and get in the car and just drive, or I need to go and talk to someone, or I need to journal, or I need to meditate, or I do hypnosis, or I do work on NLP or tapping, EFT. It's different all the time. And this is the thing, we're talking about building safety and trust with your body, right? So what better way than for you to start listening to it, asking it what it needs, and giving it to it. That's the magic, right? So that's your go-to, right? Now, if you're in a real bind and you're just like, I'm so overwhelmed and so stressed and so anxious. Okay, here is what you're going to do. At a practical level, okay, when you're really, really overwhelmed, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to share with you the behind the scenes stuff. Okay, when I've had those moments of just being like to the point of, you know, massive panic and heart racing, get some ice. You're going to give yourself an ice massage. And this actually starts to calm the body down, okay? So get an ice cube, get something frozen. You're going to like slowly rub it over your face. Now, the other thing I want you to do is get your feet on the ground, get your earth on the ground, and focus on your breath. Just breathing, okay? Those are some little things you can do immediately. Now, everyone's different, right? So you already probably know a few tips and tools that you do, that you have to in the immediate moment to help you. Like for me, getting around water. So if I'm really upset or overwhelmed, I'll often have a shower or a bath, and I just feel better. Like it helps me to like release and cleanse. Nature, bare feet. I put my headphones on, I get outside, I walk around my garden, I dance as well. Moving your body is really, really good. Okay, now, once I've got the initial like panic sort of feeling under control, and sometimes it's like you just need to ugly cry, right? And crying is so good because it actually releases cortisol. It releases the stress hormone. So let yourself cry. It's literally releasing stress from your body. Like, awesome. So after that initial, like I've kind of calmed myself down, what we want to do then is understand what's going on, right? So for me, I like to meditate. I like to just be really still and present and go within and just figure out what is going on. And it's like, you know, it might be, it's a fear of getting hurt. It's a fear of not being good enough. It's a feeling of whatever it is, right? It's old grief coming up to be felt. And so from then I can make a decision. What do I most need right now? Notice that this question comes up constantly. I'm always checking in with myself. What do I most need right now? And then I will answer that. Trust my own intuition. Sometimes it'll be, I just need to like meditate and just like cry and feel. Sometimes it'll be, I just need to let this like process in the background, and I'm going to go and work on some other stuff that's really positive. Or whatever, I need to go to the movies. There are a million different responses to that question, but the key is that you act on it, right? And for me, like once I have the awareness, this is our power move, because once we've got to the point where we understand like, what is happening within me right now? What am I feeling right now? Oh, it's this fear, it's this feeling. Once we have that, then it's a choice, right? We're not running blind. We're not in our unconscious. We're actually able to choose like, oh, so I could listen to a hypnosis. Now, my one-on-one clients, when they sign up with me, they get 5 hypnosis tracks sent to them immediately. So they've already got like a library of hypnosis that will support them with this sort of thing that they can listen to. But if you're not working with me, what you can do is go online to YouTube. I've talked about this a million times. EFT tapping. Brad Yates is his name. Yates. I love him. So this works like Chinese sort of like medicine, you know, Chinese acupuncture, where they tap on the different meridian points in the body because energy gets blocked, right? So let's say you're feeling really anxious, really, really overwhelmed and anxious. You can literally type in tapping for anxiety, and there will be a video that you can follow along with that's like 8 or 9 minutes long. And you'll speak it out loud, the fear, but you'll tap on your body on different meridian points, and it will literally help you to teach your nervous system that you are safe. Remember, we're talking about teaching the body that we're safe. If you're doing it internally and externally at the same time, so you're feeling your feelings and you're also tapping the external, like the meridian, man, the amount of times that I've moved stuff so quickly because I just sat with it. And again, this requires courage because you have to be willing to actually be with it. But then you move it, and then guess what? It's not running your life anymore, okay? So, courage first, then confidence. We move, and then we deal with whatever comes up. We teach our body that we're safe, and then we move again. And we're taking that inspired action, and we keep doing the new thing until it becomes our default, right? You are not an imposter. You are so important and so needed and so special. That voice is simply the old fear trying to pull you back to where it feels safe. This is, by the way, what the mind is designed to do. The mind is not designed for your happiness. It's designed for your safety and to keep you alive. So if you guys hold on to that, remember that your mind isn't just going to let you walk into a new version of yourself. It's going to try to pull you back because it feels safer. remember that it's just a feeling, and use these strategies and these tools to work through the fear, the emotions, the grief, the pain, whatever it is that comes up. You will be in your next level. It's not an if, it's a when. Okay, so as usual, I would love to hear your aha moments, you guys. Flick me a message. And yeah, if you're wanting to go a bit deeper, definitely check out my self-study journaling program, Untamed, which will literally walk you through this, but based on yourself. So it will give you a bunch of journaling prompts to help you become very aware of what actually has been going on, and then what to do about it, and to create a plan moving forward. It just goes way deeper into your actual mind so that you're able to move through this. And of course, my books are still open for one-on-one stuff as well. So flip me a message and I will see you guys in a fortnight. Thank you for being here. You're amazing. And that is a wrap. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for being here. And please let me know your aha moments. I want to hear all about them. For extra support, make sure you're following me on TikTok and Instagram at @TheMonicaFerguson. Check out the School of Greatness for self-study courses. And of course, if you want one-on-one mentoring, just DM me and I would love to have a chat with you. Go and slay the day. Thank you for being you. See you soon.